We continue to gather reaction to last night's election results. We brought back two members of racialized communities in the GTA that we spoke to during the course of this campaign. Hadiya Roderique is a journalist and a diversity advocate, and Samya Hasan is the executive director of the Council of Agencies Serving South Asians. Good to have you both back with us. Enjoyed both of your commentary throughout this campaign. So excited to hear your reaction to the results. How are you feeling this morning? Liberal minority?
I feel like it's going to be a Liberal minority, hopefully NDP coalition. That's what I'm hoping for, and hoping that the Liberals will be dragged over to the left so they don't just campaign from the left and govern from the middle, and then hoping that we can get some sort of electoral reform that can help to show that all the voices in Canada are actually being heard.
Yeah, Samya?
I echo those sentiments. So I was excited to see that there was a minority government, and I think putting my political hat on, there's a lot more checks and balances that other parties can do when there's a minority government. And I'm also excited by the possibility that it could be a coalition between the Liberals and the NDP. And so for coming from an anti-oppressive and progressive stance, I think it's good for our communities for that coalition to take place.
You know, with his first mandate, Trudeau championed causes like feminism and diversity. A lot of trust was shaken in his stance on those issues throughout the campaign with the blackface, brownface controversy, also with SNC-Lavalin and what we saw the fallout there. Trudeau's win, is this a sign that voters aren't taking some of these values issues seriously? Women's rights and championing diversity?
I don't think so. I just think that people don't think they have a lot of options. And so they're sort of avoiding the worst rather than picking the best. At least for my parents, for example, they were in a Mississauga riding that was narrowly Liberal conservative. And while they might have wanted to vote for other parties, they ended up voting Liberal just so the Conservative didn't win their riding.
Samya, how about yourself?
I think last night I could feel kind of a sigh of relief. So at least, you know, some of the parties that were extreme right and some of the racist parties didn't get any traction in this election. I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief as a result. You know, at least, you know, there's a progressive kind of wave throughout Canada. And so that makes us hopeful. And in terms of the country not caring about some of the issues that came about, I think they're looking at the bigger picture about this, and they're saying, you know, what's good for our communities in the long term, who's going to be talking about climate change. And I'm actually happy that they didn't get involved in the mudslinging in the political election and in the campaigns. And, you know, the scandals came, they happened, and we forgot about them, and we didn't talk about the deeper root causes of some of these things, which is kind of disappointing to see.
What would each of you like to see from this government over the next 4 years? If we make it to 4 years, let's say 2 years over the next couple of years.
Electoral reform.
Well, that was promised, not delivered on. But it wasn't even promised this election round.
I think Jagmeet Singh has said a condition of his coalition would be electoral reform. So I hope that he sticks to that, and if that's an option.
How about you, Samya?
For me, I think I really want to see a robust national anti-racism strategy. I know we have something from the last Liberal government that came out, but I think that it's very weak in a lot of places, and I think the government needs to revisit and see how it impacts everyday life for people when it comes to employment, housing, education, and really look at the deep systemic causes and address that in that strategy.
I want to thank you both again for being with us as part of our Your Morning coverage on the last 40 days. It was great to meet both of you. Thanks for coming back again today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.